All right. We are about to start here in just a little under a minute. Another Slanted Brow Show. So grab your popcorn and everything else, your beverage of choice, and we're gonna get it on and popping. I'm super excited about tonight's show. As always, I say that every week. Super excited. Tonight's gonna make it no different. But there is gonna be one small difference. And that difference is that you got me tonight. I am 1/3 of the Slanted Brow Show. Vernard Fields here. And welcome to another Slanted Brow episode. This is episode 56. We are live here every Thursday night at 9 o'clock until 10, sometimes a little over 10, especially if the conversation and the show is going really, really well. We kind of lose track of time on purpose, sometimes on an accident. And we look up and we're like, oh my gosh, we're 2 hours into the show, so we have to cut it short. But anyways, tonight, I will be your designated driver. So fasten your seatbelts, get yourself a nice drink, like I said before, get yourself some popcorn. And I want you guys to kind of like jump in the ride with me and ride along as we journey on this evening. So I already shouts out to Jonathan Golden. Thank you very much. He asked what's up. He says, sound is real low, bro. Okay, so is my sound, my volume really low? If that is the case, or are you talking about the music? That could also be another thing. The background music, I think I'm gonna keep that on. I always kind of enjoy a little bit of background music when it comes to my talking, so it's not just like dead air, especially like he said no, it was me. Oh, okay, good. So it's always nice for you know, shows to be a little bit different here and there. And me, I like to have music. You know, I'm a music lover. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. I want to honor everybody's time. We're gonna get out of here by 10 o'clock. So what's been my good is the fact that I am still in the gym. I am still working out. I am on that road to recovery with my ankle. As a lot of you all know, I had that horrible accident I will never forget on April 2nd. It was a Friday night. I was at the basketball courts and it was around 7:30. And I'm out there playing with the young boys. And this is what I thought to myself. This is what makes this story so sad. Is that I've been working out. Like I was working out, you know what I'm saying, like every week. I don't think I missed a week. I may have missed 1 week of working out, and that's a whole nother discussion. But I was putting on this weight, you know what I'm saying? I was like how these women out there talking about, I'm trying to get my summer body or hot body summer, whatever it is. I don't follow it. I'm old, folks, so I don't keep up with all of the latest trends, all the latest sayings, all the TikTok dances. I don't keep up with all of that. But anyways, I was on that hot pursuit of trying to put on this muscle mass, which I was doing quite well. I started out, guys, and I say this without any shame, I started out weighing in at 143. You said, let's hear from our audience. No. Oh yeah. So I started out at 143, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to get discouraged. I put my money where my mouth is. By the way, my trainer, he charges me $600 every 3 months. That comes out to being $50 a week. And I have 3 sessions with this guy. I have a session. Each of my sessions lasts about an hour and a half. And he works and targets on a particular part of my body. So I'm working on my legs, my back, my muscles. I'm gaining this weight. And I'm like, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling good. So on this night in particular, on a Friday night, you know, I had some time to kill. I was on my way to go picking up my daughter. And I said, there's a basketball court not too far from my parents' house. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna shoot around. I had a ball in my trunk. Get out there. I'm shooting around. I'm doing my own thing. And then I see some young guys. I know they were in high school because of the way that they kind of like behave. Not to say that they were immature, but just like their talk. They didn't talk like, I guess, adults. But then again, I don't know. Do adults go to the basketball courts and have adult conversations? No, but it was obvious that these guys were young because they were talking about high school stuff. But anyways, I'm like, hey, you guys mind if I play a little bit of basketball with you all? They were playing 21. 21 is a free-for-all game of hoops. Meaning there's no squads, there's no teams. You are out there fending for yourself, trying to get to 21 points first. So I'm out there playing with them. I don't know who won, obviously it wasn't me, because if I won, I probably would have been like, yeah, man, I'm out there, I was whipping them young boys. But anyways, played a couple of those games, and then all of a sudden they're like, yo, you want to stick around, want to play some teams, 2-on-2. Sure, why not? I want to throw my weight around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, I'm weighing like 155, 157. So I've gained, coming up to close to like 20 pounds, of muscle that I put on, of muscle. So I noticed that there were some changes happening in my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like my clothes was fitting me a little bit tighter. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that before. Where for some people, they're like, I'm trying to lose weight, but I'm not seeing it. You notice it when you put your clothes on. You don't really have to go to the gym and be like, oh, I'm lifting weights and I'm trying to run a treadmill and I'm burning or I'm gaining. And then you turn around, look in the mirror and be like, I don't see no progress. Just give it a little bit of time, folks. And then go put some of your clothes on and your clothes will tell on you. And in my case, it felt like that my clothes shrunk. So I'm like, man, this is working out. Like I'm feeling my pants legs out a little bit more. It feels a little bit tight around the thigh areas, you know what I'm saying? So I'm bulking up, on top of the fact that when I was in a gym, other people, the regulars, they was noticing it. They was like, man, like, yo, V, you thickening it up, man. I'm starting to see the progress. I'm starting to see the change. I'm excited. So that night, I played a couple rounds of 21. And here I am about to go ahead and gear up to go play basketball 2-on-2. So I'm doing my thing. I'm out there with the young boys. Mind you, I'm 43 years old. 43 years old. And I'm out there with some teenagers. I'm out there giving them a run for their money. I'm not really going extra hard, but I'm feeling myself out there. And I remember getting the ball. And hold on. Before this happened, I played the first game. We won. Because I got a J. I'm sorry. I got a nice jumper. So I was out there spraying and everything. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, we won this game. I'm about to leave. No, let's run that back. That's what they say. Let's go ahead. Let's run that back. Let's play again. And I could have left. Thinking back on it, I should have left because I was thinking, like, you know what? I'm going to go hard in the paint this time. Like, I played the whole thing of, shooting and stuff. I got that down pat. But this time I got the ball. The guy passes me the rock. I'm at the top of the key. And I push off. As soon as I push off, I take one dribble. And then it felt like somebody kicked me in the back of my left foot. And I'm talking like it was a combination of a kick and a step down on top of like the back part of my leg. And I heard this pop in my ear. So I'm thinking to myself like, oh snap. Because I remember my father, his Achilles tendon had popped, and he explained it. He said, and he was coaching basketball, showing the young kids, fifth graders, some move, a layup, and he said he went for a layup. And he said he heard a pop in his ear, and he said he went down. He said it felt like somebody kicked him, and that's what I experienced, and I knew what it was. And in my mind, I was like, oh no, this can't be happening to me, not right now. I got work. I had a wedding that I had to shoot in the upcoming week or so, and I had another thing lined up that required for me to be on my feet because you guys know, like, I'm a filmmaker. I'm doing my own film thing, and then all of a sudden, I hear this pop, and then I go down, and I'm thinking to myself, I gotta work. And then the other thing that came to my mind was, what am I gonna do with the gym? Like, I've gained all this weight. I'm about to lose this weight. I'm about to lose 10 pounds of weight because I popped my Achilles tendon. Well, make a long story short, I went through the whole recovery process, took about 6 to 8 weeks. And then during that time, I bought some weights. to be able to work out at home. I had invested like about a good $400 so. Bought myself a weight bench and continued to keep pressing. And after I kind of fully recovered enough, I went back to the gym, and my trainer told me, he said, you know what? He said, you're really dedicated, because a lot of people, when they face not even serious injuries like this, but when some people face complications in life that get in the way of them getting to the gym, that's it. They're done. They quit. And it's because their heart really wasn't in it, or their heart was in it, but then it's like they had like a stumbling block to come along and they got tripped up, and that's all it took was them to get tripped up, because their roots, the love, the passion for going to the gym, it just wasn't there. But for me, I knew deep down inside, I'm like, man, I'm invested in this. And it wasn't just the fact that I'm paying this guy $600 every 6 months, or if you want to do the math, $50 a week to go in and to be able to get my workout on. But I'm like, I'm tired of being thin all my life. You know, I'm like, I don't want to die the skinny guy. I've been a skinny guy all my life. I've been the guy that walked around, you know what I'm saying, keeping the shirt on because he had bird chest. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, I'm just keeping it all the way 100, real with you all. I didn't learn to swim because I was afraid to take my shirt off. And for those who swim with their shirts on, to me, I'm looking like that's lame. Sorry, if you swim with your shirt on, I'm not trying to offend you, but in the back of my mind, I just hear like this small voice saying, that looks so crazy. Like, just take your shirt off. And if you're a woman, of course, wear your bikini, tops, do all that stuff in decency and order. But for the fellas that are out there, it's like when you have that t-shirt on and you in the water, you're automatically telling everybody to look at you like, I got some sort of insecurity. And that's okay, as long as you feel comfortable within yourself and you out there splish splashing around in the water and you're having a good time. That's all that matters. But I am sticking with the whole workout thing. Thank you very much, Joshua. He said, glad to see that I'm healing up. And it's a process. And I still don't have the full range of my foot, my left foot, when it comes to bending it. With my Achilles tendon, is still like the sense of tightness, but I can say that I have seen the progress happen over the past 3 weeks. I have another, no, I don't have another. I have one more week. Next week, I got to go back and I have to do a checkup. So this is going to be it, the final checkup. And the doctor's going to look at my situation, and he's going to give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down. I'm pretty sure he's going to give me the thumbs up. We'll you know, go from there. But other than that, man, I am just really, really glad to be alive, to be in good health, because it could have been worse. You know, I never had a broken bone in my body, never had some serious ailments attack my body, but this has been the worst, and I'm grateful for this being the worst so far. You know, you gotta always keep up the good spirits. But anyways, moving along, man, I could have talked about that a little bit longer, but I'm glad, you know, we get to move on. Here's something I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Fright film competition that's coming up August 2nd all the way through October 2nd. This is 2 months, people, for people that are out there that are into filmmaking, especially in the Cincinnati area, or if you're close enough to want to just still kind of like drive down and you want to compete or whatever, you can still do that. But you can go to frightfilmcompetition.com. You can find out more information about that. But what they basically do is give you 2 months to be able to produce a horror short. I like horror movies. Yeah, I do. I mean, like it's a little, I guess you could say it's a little guilty pleasure of mine. And there's a certain types of horror films that I like. It's like the monster, the creature features. I like those. Like, I grew up in the 80s, so I had, like, you know, Friday the 13th, which I didn't see any of those, but I did get a chance to see like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies that came out in the mid 80s. And I had just had this strong desire to watch those movies. Like Hellraiser, couldn't watch it because I was just too young. I was under 10 and living in a household that was like protective of your child's innocence. They were not going to let that slide, and I was all for that. I'm like, you know what? Looking back at it, I understood they were doing the best they could to look out for me, and I don't regret it. But it has caused me to have this curiosity, like the moth being drawn to the light. It's like, oh, I wonder what this is all about. Or I just would come up with these stories, and I would used to draw movie posters, like Nightmare on Elm Street movie posters. And bro, please, you couldn't tell me I couldn't draw a movie poster. I was dope back then. This was before Photoshop. This is before filmmaking. This was like, for me, this was as good as it was going to get. Comic book strips and movie posters that I would draw on paper. But anyways, the film Fright, or the Fright film competition, this is going to be, I believe, their third year. They've already had 2 of them. And I went to participate in last year. I believe it was last year's. See, this whole COVID thing messed me up. I don't know how many people are out there who got messed up with their times, but 2020 has been such a blur. Things happen in 2020, folks, that if I was to say it, if we were to start pulling out things that happened in 2020, we would hardly believe it. We would be like, that happened in 2020? Are you sure? Like, are you sure that wasn't in 2019? People, in 2019, in October, December, right when COVID was just rearing its ugly head, that is coming up on 2 years now. In a couple of more months, we can really say, or 3 months, we can say that it'll be 2 years since COVID has rocked this planet. But anyways, with that whole competition, I had joined the team, and it was such a great experience, just to kind of be in the room with the thought process, and kind of like being the producer that I am, kind of like having my hand, or having people come to me and to consult in me, to say, hey, what about this happening, or what about that happening in the film, and just being in rooms with other creatives. It was unlike anything besides the 48-hour film project that I've experienced, because we didn't have to rush like the 48-hour film project. So there's people out there that are looking for film competitions. This is definitely one that you need to keep on your radar. And again, this is horror. So if you want to even take a stab at it, if you've never done it, no pun intended, but if you want to take a stab at it and you never tried it before, this is the prime opportunity. Registration is $150, which I think is very, very reasonable for a team, because if you have a team of 15 people, everybody puts in $10, and there you have your paid registration. I believe that you should pay to play, meaning that if you have a team, a team of people, that people should go in with the attitude of, I'm not just coming in here for a free ride, but you have to be invested. Don't just have your investment stop at your talent, but have your investments go into the project financially too. So that's the right attitude I believe you should have going in. Like if I was called in on a team, I would say, hey, how much? How much do I have to pay to pull my weight? The other thing too is, like, while you're getting your team together, make sure you just pick the right people, because you're gonna be with these folks working under some strenuous situations. Like, making a film sounds like a lot of fun, but sometimes it can be hard. It could be a lot of hard work, and it can really weigh down on you if you let it. And the situation that I had to put out a couple of fires. Like there were some fires that was on set, not like figuratively speaking. There was some fires that was in pre-production that I had to put out. And you just got to keep a level head. You know what I'm saying? Like understand that, yes, this is a competition. Everybody wants to win. But at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you're having fun. You got to have fun. And you got to cheer everybody on. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I believe everybody else wants. It feels good to be rooted for, and to be pushed forward, and be like, you know what? I hope you do well. I love to see it when you do well, because when you win, I win. Of course you get to take home the trophy, but at the same time, I felt that I was part of the process of being on the same stage, and to be considered as a competitor. So again, go to frightfilmcompetition.com if you want to check that out. I didn't plan on making the announcement here, but I plan on building a team and making that happen because I love to compete. And I can't compete in the 48-hour film project because I'm the city producer. And I'll talk about that here in a second. But this to me is like therapeutic because I get a chance to be able to see how well I stack up against my fellow filmmakers here in the city. I like to think that I'm great. I like to think that I'm good, but you really never know until you put yourself out there competitively. You just can't be like, for example, be playing a sport and not do it competitively and brag about how great you are. It's like, no, well, if you're that great, then go play with some other greats. Go play with some other people who have also earned the right to be in that space, to be able to say that, I compete on this level and get out there and make it happen. And if you do, great. If you don't, then it's like, take a nice slice of that humble pie, swallow it, digest it, think about the flavors, and then get back out there, try hard, and make sure that, the next time you get out there to compete, that you have a little bit more humility, number one, but number two, that you go out there and you give it your best. And that's all I got to say when it comes to competing for myself and also for other people who compete against me. It's like there's no hard feelings, but I'm out there for blood, no pun intended, but I am trying to win. So that's a very, very important part of my mindset, even when it comes to picking out my team. It's like I want to pick out some real talent. For me, this is not the time for me to be practicing with folks. I'm not trying to teach necessarily people on set how to do X, Y, and Z. I'm here to compete. Now we can go play some other time. We can go do all that, and that's when you really do practice. Like practice is everything. Like, just don't show up when it's time to play, but go to practice. And that goes for any and every position when it comes to directors. Like I've seen a number of directors who don't practice, but then when a dope script comes around or a dope idea, then it's like, I want to direct. And it's like, well, what have you direct? What have you directed? There's other people out there who have proven themselves to be some great directors, and they actually deserve this position over others who do not practice. So practice. If you want to be a great DP, practice. If you want to be a great actor, actress, practice. And that goes for any and everything in life, even outside of filmmaking. For me, if I want to have a great physique, if I want to be a bodybuilder, I gotta practice. I'm not just gonna show up on stage and be flexing like, man, I got muscles. Nah, that ain't gonna cut it. It's like there's some steps that have to go be in place before I even hit that stage. And it's all part of the journey. It's all part of being the practice. Let's see. He said some good advice. Thank you very much, Joshua Pomeroy. And then also, speaking of horror movies, coming up with the ideas, telling the story like that. I love to tell stories. I've always loved to tell stories. I always like to sit around and come up with different scenarios and ideas, and even looking at current stories. I like to look at from the opposite perspective or from a different perspective to see, well, what if I did this or what if I did that, to try to make it better, or just to explore or try to understand a particular piece of work, whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's film. It doesn't matter. There's always a person's perspective that you can look at it from a different perspective and get something totally different. So coming up with stories, that's a big part of any piece of art. You gotta always have a beginning, middle, end, or you gotta have some type of purpose. So there is a new movie that's going to be coming out in exactly a year to the date, and it is from Jordan Peele, and it is called Nope. That's the movie right there. That's the movie poster. It is called Nope, and it's a new terror from the mind of Academy Award winner. They had to throw that in there. Academy Award winner Jordan Peele, and it is starring Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and Steven Yeun. I hope I said his last name right. Yin, whatever. Sorry if you happen to be watching this. And it's coming out. Let me see. Let me remove this banner piece out the way so you guys can see. But it's coming out 7/22/22, and it's only in theaters. That sounds so good to be only in theaters. Life is getting back to normal, people. And for those who can't see what that is a cloud that is obviously in the middle of the air by itself. I don't know how big it is or how close it is, but there is some type of flags or banners that is coming out like a stream of flags, the triangular flags that are coming out of this this cloud. And that's all he's given us. And he's known for doing that. Like when he did Us, which I hate that movie. Like Jordan Peele, if you're watching this, dude, I have nothing against you, but that movie was horrible. But when he did the movie Get Out, that was like top tier classic horror film right there that everybody could relate to to some degree, you know. But it was great. So I had high expectations for Us. Us was like horrible. But now it's like, okay, now you got this movie called Nope, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it another try. You know what I'm saying? You're 50-50 with me, man. You're 50-50. You're 1 for 2. Hopefully we can turn that around and you can be 2 for 3 with Nope. But Nope already gives like it's already talking to black people. We already know that Jordan Peele is all about, you know, we're trying to produce black content. And for those who don't know, black people, we tend to look at horror movies through the lens of Nope. Like, nah, I ain't doing that. Like you're not about to have me walk up to the edge of a door that just opened up by itself and it's pitch black on the other side. And I know I'm home by myself. Like if it was the basement door, and if that mug was pushed closed to where it's like you just don't touch it and it opens, you gotta turn the knob. If I'm in a situation and the door opens up like that, you know, first thing to come to my mind, Nope. Get up and running out the door, walking out the door, speed walking out the door. I'm getting out of Dodge. And in my mind, the whole time I'm driving away, nope, 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 ain't going down. So in my mind, I'm kind of thinking that it's along those lines where it's different scenarios or there is a scenario that is happening and it's these situations that are popping up to where we automatically know, like, don't do that. You know, like how people yell at the movie screen, like, don't look behind, like, turn around, look behind you. Like, I think it might be one of those type of movies. And that's typically like a good movie because you look at the character and you're like, you're so stupid. Oh, you're so dumb. Until it happens to you. And I hope that it never happens to anybody, but you just never, ever know until you're in that situation how you're going to react or how you're going to act. But yeah, he has this movie that's coming out and it is called Nope. Another thing that that I had discussed with you all earlier the past couple weeks, excuse me, is that Vaslav, he has the Cincinnati Improv Arena that he does every Wednesday night, where you get a chance, people get a chance, actors and people who desire to act, to get on stage and you improv, which means you just kind of fly at the top of your head. He gives you these scenarios, he throws them at you, he throws characters, he throws situations at you, and then sometimes he'll just say, all right, go in the back, make up something, and come back, let it be funny, or let it be dramatic, or same scenario, let's go ahead and flip it on his head. It was funny, but now make it dramatic. You know, just pushing the boundaries of your creativity to be able to fly, like, off the top of your head. Like, I don't know, have you guys seen that show, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where they would have these different comedians or actors, they would, you know, get up on stage. They had their regulars. I want to say it was 3 of them. I know, like, Wayne Brady, 2 other guys. That's so sad to be like, yeah, it was Wayne Brady and then 2 other guys. Like the 2 other guys are not funny enough to not remember their names. Like no, of course they're funny, but I just remember Wayne Brady. And then they have the host who sits there in this booth, and she would say, okay, this is what's happening, guys. You know, you're at the pet store and somebody walks in with a pet rock, but this pet rock obviously has some teeth, and the doctor is trying to figure out how did the teeth get in the rock. Go. And it's like, all right, who's going to be the doctor? Who's going to be the person with the rock? Who's going to be? And it's like, you got to do this all within like a matter of moments. You don't have like, 10 minutes to sit down and write a script, memorize lines, go for take 2 or take 3. Like, you just got to go. So I went for it. I tried out. I happened to be one of the 6 people that are going to be competing on that night. And so, without further ado, let me just go ahead and just share with you all this little commercial. And it better explain, from Vaslav himself.
Hey, I'm Vaslav, right? I run the Cincinnati Improv Arena, Avondale, Ohio. We have class every Wednesday night, and on July 30th, which is Friday night, we're having the Cincinnati Improv Arena Showcase Extravaganza, where 6 of the most talented actors you'll ever see will compete to become either king or queen of Cincinnati Improv. You can buy the tickets on eventbrite.com and just look up Cincinnati Improv Arena Showcase Extravaganza. The 6 actors included are Chris Gordy, Matt Steinman, Bernard Fields, Amber Galloway, Alicia Lee, and Jonathan Lee. Join us Friday, July 30th at the Bell Tower Arts Pavilion Theater in Avondale, Ohio at 3270 Glendale Milford Road. All right, enough about me. Let me leave it to the actors.
Oh, George.
Hey, how do you split up after this space?
George, calm down. It's okay.
It's not okay.
Why not?
Because I'm living in the car.
Sir,
What?
I just want to let you know, I do believe Black Lives Matter.
Oh,
Shut up! Black boy, sit down. Look out the window.
it's okay. Baby, it's okay. This is a tense time.
I'm not tense. I'm not. I'm in the car anyway.
Calm down. You didn't say
I didn't. I read the word.
Oh, God. That ain't being a
I am being regular.
Oh, no, this is correct.
I'm taking you. You know that. Come on, sit late.
Oh, so sorry. Babe, it's okay. Did you hear about that? You didn't know. I support you. I'm so glad. Appreciate it. You can be a little more supportive.
I'm supportive of to get into college, Anna.
Well, yeah. That'd be nice. I love him.
Hey, COVID had us down for about a year and a half. Couldn't go anywhere. Get in your car, come to the theater, see a hilarious, funny show with 6 very talented actors. It's great for date night, it's great for a night out with friends. Bring your friends, bring your enemies, I don't care who you bring. Come out here to the show. I look forward to seeing you, and we're going to have a great time.
Hey, come on out, it's gonna be a great show.
Come on out, enjoy the show. It'll be a good time.
We can't do without you. Come out to the show.
Come on out to the show.
Yeah.
So yes, that is going to be the Cincinnati Improv Arena Showcase Extravaganza, and I really want to see your face in the place. Some people are asking, is it going to be live stream? Nope, not to my knowledge right now. This is only going to be in person, and of course, there's going to be some guidelines in place. We're going to make sure that people are safe when it comes to the whole COVID situation, because we're not out of the woods. It seems like we're going back in the woods. I don't know if I'm talking about it. That's just horrible. So people, go out there and do what you gotta do. Wear a mask, get vaccinated, practice social distancing. But we really, really want you to come out and just to have a good time that night. We have some comments here, some fresh comments. Let's see here. Vaslav, he said, what's wrong with that bald guy's face? Vaslav. Vaslav, thank you, man, for tuning into the show. Vaslav actually is the guy who is running the extravaganza, the showcase, and this guy, super talented, man. Like I've been knowing Vas for, I would say, maybe 3 years now. But I'm really getting to know him. Like I've never worked with him before. We've been in the same breathing space. Of course, he's always participated in the 48-hour film projects. But this is my first time ever working with him up close and personal. And he's a joy to work with, So what's wrong with his face? Nothing's wrong with your face. But oh yeah, Jonathan is asking about how much does it cost. The tickets are $10, $10 a piece, and you can pay at the door. You can also go to Eventbrite and you can type in Cincinnati Improv Arena Showcase Extravaganza, and you can buy and purchase your tickets there as well. But do us a favor, like the video is up on my page on Vernard Fields, my personal page. Share that video. Let other people know that there is a place here in the city that is getting people some great entertainment. Like a lot of times people say, well, there's nothing to do in Cincinnati, or there's nothing, that's exciting. There's nothing that's fresh. This is fresh and exciting, people. This is something that is, I'm not going to say it's new. There are other improv troupes, I think you can say, that are in the city. But to be able to say, you know what, there's a show that's going on where you can go and witness some great actors doing their thing, having a great time, getting the crowd involved. This is one of those opportunities, and you will not regret it. The other people that are part of the actors that I'm gonna be on the stage with, they're fun to play around with as well. Like I've enjoyed myself so far. I've only been to 4 of the rehearsals. This is after years of not acting, and I feel the cobwebs. I can feel the cobwebs being knocked off of my gears when it comes to acting. And Vaslav, he says, "Can you believe Vernard played a mom? One talented dude." Yeah, well, that comes from Vas pushing me. Like I am the nice, safe guy. Like I tend to have my morals bleed over even into the world of acting, into the world of filmmaking. And sometimes you just have to shed it just a pinch, just a hair, just so that you can be free a little bit. And I could say last night was the freest I felt since last week. So it's like every week I feel myself getting a little bit more carefree, allowing the inner child to come out again. And I think that's important for any and everybody to do. I think that, if you, while growing up, and of course everybody's, story is different. Some people have tragic childhoods growing up, where they didn't get a chance to be able to be a kid for whatever situation that they were in, whatever reasons that caused that to happen. They don't know how to be a child. So they grow up a certain type of way. And as an adult, they miss that. And I feel that, these are opportunities where you can explore and you can have fun. It's a safe space. You don't have to worry about being judged. Even though during the competition, you're going to get judged. You're going to get judged by the audience. The audience is going to be looking to see who is the best actor of that evening. And they're going to be casting votes, all that type of stuff. And let me tell you, before I get back, I didn't lose my train of thought. Before I lose this other train of thought, these other people, they are so talented, like so talented. It's not going to be easy voting. Like don't go in there thinking to yourself, oh, this is going to be a popularity voting situation. No, I don't think so. I think you're going to go in, you're going to obviously look, and you're going to be like, man, like these people are going head to head real hard, and they're putting on one heck of a show. But anyway, going back to my original train of thought, when it comes to getting up on stage and acting as a child, it keeps you young. It keeps you fresh, especially like if you are a person who likes to write. I think it's important to give this type of workshop a try. Give it a shot, because it's like, you're so used to taking your time and writing and perfecting every word, every line, and perfecting every character or backstory. But in these type of situations, you have to think quick. And sometimes we find ourselves in roadblocks, and we're like, writer's blocks, not roadblocks, writer's blocks. And you're like, I can't think of the next thing to write. this is going to help you be able to bust that up real quick. It's exercising that muscle. And not to say that every day you're always going to be on, but I think that the more you do things like this, the more you'll find yourself being on than you would being off. And also, I would say if you are not a writer, if you are not an actor, if you are a producer, if you are a director, come on out. You have to come, because now you're going to get a chance to be able to see some great acting that might spark a story, that might, spark a new relationship with you and another actor, someone that you saw on stage, and you're thinking to yourself, that's the person that I've been looking for to be, in my next film or in my next short or whatever the situation may be. Come out. As Vaslav said, bring your friends, bring your family, make it a date night, make it a group thing. Bring your enemies even. It's like the person that you hate. You're like, I hate their guts. This could be that peace treaty. This could be the olive branch where you extend it, and you just extend this improv branch. And you're like, here, take this improv branch and come to the show. And next thing you know, you guys are happy. You guys are having like sipping lemonades and stuff like that. And next thing you know, you're sitting on a porch, sipping lemonade together until one of you guys croak. That got dark. But anyways, come out. It's going to be next Friday. You're going to have a blast. I'm going to have a blast. I'm going to do the best I can to give you guys one heck of a show. So bring your enemies. Bring your enemies. Bring the naysayers. Let the people that hate your guts see a different side of you. All right. So another thing that's happening, there is the Cincy Black Film Director Showcase that's happening on August 5th with Cameron Marshall and many others. Silas Tibbs, and he's going to be showing his film that night. He's one of the directors, and also Alicia Redmond. She's going to be showing a film that night, and she's also a director. And then I believe Holy Zombie is going to be playing that night, and that's a movie from Cameron Marshall. So I think tickets are $20 a piece. You can find that, I believe, on Eventbrite to find out more information on that. So be sure to mark your calendars. Like, there's something that's happening every week. And then also too let me pull up my calendar real quick, because I want to make sure I got this date right. Don't want to give you guys false information. Okay, yes. So that is on a Thursday. That is August the 5th. So that's a Thursday. So we have our event. That's going to be the Improv. That's next Friday night. But then the following week, you have on Monday, as a recap, on Monday, we have the whole Fright film competition. So you want to make sure that you go check out the frightfilmcompetition.com and then sign up, get your team together, and go out there and have some fun. And that way, this is turning into like a movie night, like a movie discussion night. Like I love talking about movies and talking about films. I'm going to open up the floor for you guys to talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about next. You can even ask me a question, and we'll pop it up on the screen, and I will have to answer it. Okay, so it's almost like a little bit of truth and dare, minus the dare. It's just flat out truth. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's where we are right now. Man, let's hear from you. Let's hear from the audience. What are you guys? What's good with you all? Like, share some of your stories as far as to like what's been good for you this week. Some people may have gotten a promotion on their job, a new job. Some people may have a new kid. Some people may have a new life. They may have new relationships. It could be all type of stuff that's going on to where you're like, you know what? Today was a good day. This week was a great week. And here are the reasons why this week was so awesome. I wanted to tell somebody and I didn't. Now's your chance. Now's your chance to be able to get on here, type out your comments. I'll wait. And then we'll go ahead and talk about them. And then again, if you guys have questions for me or anything that you may have missed, something that you want me to expound upon a little bit more, I can do that. I definitely can do that. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Then put music back on. Oh, speaking of music, I heard that Kanye West is getting ready to drop his latest project. I think this is album number 10 or number 11. I'm not sure. But for those who are Kanye West fans out there, you guys should be like super excited about this because he's getting ready to drop Donda. Donda, D-O-N-D-A. That was his or is his late mother's name. So he's naming the album after her. And I heard from those who've heard the album said that it's great. It's not out yet, but they're saying like, man, this album is going to be another good one. I heard that he's leaning more towards like, I guess a gospel approach. For some people that was like a weird change, a weird public transformation to see Kanye West go from the Kanye West that we know to this Kanye West who was like, oh yeah, I'm all about God, I'm all about Jesus, and seemingly to be holding on to that. We shall see. Despite all the stuff that is going on in his life, with being newly single, going through a divorce, that's never fun. For some people. For some people, it's liberating. I don't know. I guess it depends on which side of the table you're sitting on. But for some people, it's like, a good riddance, and I cannot wait to get out of your presence. But for those who are in love and they get dumped, that's a heartbreaking situation. So definitely going to keep the man's uplifted, encouraging him along his journey. So looking forward to that album, Donda. Jonathan Golden asks, he says, what am I currently working on? All right, so I have this short film that I am super duper excited about. That's going to be coming out probably sometime in the first week or two of August. And I don't know how I'm gonna release this film yet because this film, I'm used to like producing something and then just releasing it. But this one, I kind of want to give it a cinematic type of a feel. Like I want to treat it like it's Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So I may do a trailer. I definitely gonna do a poster. And I want to do a release date. I want to be able to kind of have this stuff lined up and build the anticipation. So anyways, this film that I'm working on, it's a superhero short film. And it's a woman who is pretty much, beating up on the bad guys and saving the day. That's all I can tell you guys. I can't say anything else because if I say more, then you're gonna be like, you're gonna get it. You're gonna be like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, even if I told you, you would still be like, that's pretty clever. But I really want people to kind of get the full, oh my gosh, I didn't see that coming moment. That happens in the film. I love a good movie that has a nice twist or has a voila moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like movies that you can read and you can be like, oh, I saw that coming. I knew what that was. Like those type of movies are hard to enjoy. You can enjoy them, but they're hard to enjoy. So I have like a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I can show you. Like, we had table reads like about maybe about a month ago. We had several table reads, and those went very, very well. Matter of fact, I think I will share some of those screenshots that I did. I plan on. Matter of fact, this is exclusive. You guys are seeing it first here. These are some. This is one of the shots from the table read. So as you can see right there, of course, that's me, my smiling face. But up there we have Philip Lathan. Philip Lathan is playing a character in the short, and then we have Andrea. She is also playing a character. Those are our two main characters that are in this short film. And you guys, let me tell you, the process of producing and making a film can be done many ways. Sometimes people, they get the script and they go through the lines on their own. They don't do a table read. Then they show up on set and they do all their blocking. They do everything right then and there and figure it out. That's cool. But when you do a table read, it just makes it so much better, because then you can work out all the kinks. And then when it's time to show up on set and people know their lines, it just makes everything run so much better, smoother. And let me see, I'm gonna find another overlay here. I have a comment. Jonathan says, "Sound interesting, man. Was it hard to write the story board, and did you write the storyboard on paper first or just software?" Okay, so great question. With this one, let me tell you, the title of the movie, can I share the title of the movie? No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to share the title of the movie. But the title of the movie came to me first, and when it came to me, I had no idea what the premise of the film was going to be. It was just a title, and I sat on it. I was like, man, like I would love to do something with that because I think it's clever. Like I love twists. Again, I love twists and turns and plots. I love twists. I love wordplay. Like as a musician, not a musician, as a music artist, there's two different things. But as a music artist, I did a lot of hip hop, a lot, like wordplay, double entendres, like that. That's my thing. Like I'll say something and I'll make you think. Like, did he just say what? Hold on, let me listen to that song again. Then the song has a whole brand new meaning. Like that's just the way my mind. That's what entertains me. Like I don't like things that are just like bleh, and it's like I get it. Like that was just too easy. So yeah, I've had the idea of the title that came first. Then 2 days later, I started thinking of a plot, not for the title, but just something completely different. It was two different ideas that just came separately that fit together perfectly. So this idea came to mind. I said, wait, oh my gosh, this would be perfect. And literally, I went home and I didn't even like do story beats. Normally I'll do story beats. I'll type that out. Well, did I do story beats? I don't think I did story beats. I literally had it in my mind, the conversation, what was happening, and I just started typing it out. And I was like, oh, this is good. Thinking to myself, I gotta do a second draft and a third draft. I legit only made like one change to that first draft. That was it. And I'm talking like a minor line change, like the way that someone says something. And that was it. Like I didn't go through a second draft or a third draft. And then I took that idea and I immediately knew who my actress was going to be. I was like, let me reach out to Andrea and see what's up. So I pitched the idea to her. She's like, I love it. I was like, I already got the script. Like, here, check the script out. She read it. The script is only like 5 pages, 3 pages long. And she read it. And she was like, V, oh my gosh, like this is so good. So I was feeling like, okay, great. I think I got something here. And I was thinking like, okay, well, who can I get to be the counter? And so didn't have anybody in mind. And then Alicia Redmond was like, what about Philip? I was like, that's it. That's who. He has to be that guy. So I reached out to him, did the whole thing again, pitched it. And then it was like, he was like, oh man, I love this script. And then it was like a week later, we was doing like a table read, like legit just reading through, and to see it come to life, it just brought a smile to my face. And I was just like, this is exactly what I had in mind. The only thing now is just execution. So leading up to that being about maybe, like I said, about a month and a half ago, I had to go get location. So I went and did some looking around for locations. And then I also had to find, fighters. That's the reason why for some people who follow my page, they saw me put the whole thing out saying, hey, I'm looking for stunt people, some action performers, let me know, hit me up, send me, slide on my DMs. And a few people did. And some of those people, because it didn't line up with their schedule, they weren't able to fulfill the call. But for others, they were like, yeah, man, like I'm totally down for that. So I'm like, yes, this is awesome. This is all coming together so quickly. It's almost scary. And then had to come up with the costume. So working with the costume design, that was another thing that I was like, am I going to be able to pull this off? And folks, if you can't tell by the look of my face, I think we pulled it off. And I was super excited to know that Alicia Lee, who is also going to be one of the fellow actors on the stage with next week, she is a great seamstress, people. If you want some fresh clothes, meaning like something that's new, something that's definitely unique but classy, it has that flair, go to Alicia. She's gonna do it right. So that's the reason why I went to her and I said, here's the idea, here's the story, and she was like, all right, and we just hit the ground running. So if I can, I'll share some of the ideas that we came up with, and then the final picture of what the superhero looks like. Like I'll do that. And that way you guys can kind of see again this whole process of planning out. Like this stuff just didn't happen overnight, but it actually took some time to make this happen. So I'm looking for, let me see the pictures. Let's see what else. Vaslav says been in an acting class with Philip Nathan, super duper talented guy. Good for him. Yeah. Philip is definitely that guy. And Jonathan says, can't wait to see it, man. Yeah, me neither, man. Like I really can't wait to get it done. And I said that to Alicia last week when we were doing the costume fitting, because this is so exclusive, guys. Like this is the first time you guys are going. You guys are the first to ever see this. Like I'm gonna show you guys like sketches, and then I'm gonna show you guys the finished product of what this all came to be, how it looks, what it looks like. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so here's one here. Let me download that. All right, download complete. You do the gallery, and there we go. We're gonna do this one. Get the gallery. Oh man, you guys! I'm telling you, you guys see this, you're gonna be like, man, like this, like, and it's not even done. Like it's still being worked on, and it's gonna be. No, that one's that's too small. I need something that's gonna be big enough to where you guys can kind of see, not even kind of see, but you guys can really see. Yeah, this is a nice picture here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you guys like 4 photos. Yep, and then we'll do this one, and then the rest of it you guys just gotta wait to see the film. Simple as that. Simple as that. Yeah, I'm not gonna share. I'm not gonna share that part. All right, okay. So let me get back here to my window so you guys can see. Let's go here and let's go to my downloads. Yeah, so if you guys have anything that you guys are wanting to share, let me know. I would gladly talk about that with you. There's one. Yeah, this is going to be crazy awesome. Once it's all complete, you guys are gonna be like, man. So storyboarding. So when it comes to storyboarding, sometimes some people don't know that I'm actually like I'm an artist for real. Like I actually went to school to be an artist. Graduated, I have a degree in graphic design. I can paint, I can sculpt. It's like a lot of stuff I can do. But when I was in high school, I wanted to be a comic book artist. Like, I wanted to oh, I wish I had that with me. I don't have it with me. But I wanted to be a comic book artist and etc. and didn't turn out the way I wanted when I went to college. But here it comes back around full swing, full circle, and I can now sketch out my ideas before I shoot a single frame. And I actually had a friend of mine who came to me, Silas Tibbs, with his latest short that he shot last week. Him and I, about a couple months ago, we sat down and we started, I started sketching out ideas for his whole short, like every shot. Was sketching out what this picture is going to be for this angle and blah 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 blah. So anyways, this picture right here was the first sketch that Alicia came up with for the costume design, and this is the one that stood out the most for us. And I like the cape, but then I was like, you know what, we don't want to go with cape because it's typical. And we went back to the drawing board and we decided to go with a waist cape. And I will share that with you guys in a second, what that looks like. But I love the knee high boots, the thigh high boots, the whole white top part of that outfit. I was like, yes, I'm loving that. And from there, we went into taking her sketch idea. I went in and came up with this, and I sketched this out on my iPad. And there you can see, hold on, let me move this out the way. You can see, the red boots, kind of kept that idea with the tights. And then we took the cape and we put it around the waist. So it's a waist cape, And we thought that's a little bit different, And some wine, what they call it, wine glass or wine gloves, or they come up to your elbows or whatever. We did that, went that whole route. And then for the top part, the belt doesn't look the same because I drew the top part first. So the belt part looks a little different, but at the same time, you'll see how that kind of transferred over into real life. And coming up with her emblem, her chest emblem. The glasses part, I pulled that from Andrea because she loves to wear her shades on the top of her head. So I was like, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like we can definitely make that happen. And this is the fitting, as you can see how they were making the pieces and how it's all coming together. And like look at that. Like that is, it looks so. It looks good. It's like cosplay, but the way we're gonna put it in the movie, you're gonna be like, yo, I want to see more of this character. And then I went outside and I did some test footage to kind of see what it would look like on camera. And I am like so pleased. You can see at the bottom of the cape how it's pinned up. That's because there's some more work that needs to be done to the cape. I still have to go ahead and make the chest piece, but you can see she has the goggles on the top of her head, and how that was this one here. It's all coming together, and it all started with this sketch, this whole idea. And that's what I've been up to, and we're gonna be shooting that on July the 31st, and wrapping it. It's one location, one day of shooting, and hopefully I can get everything done within 1 week. And I'm telling you, this is probably going to be one of the most ambitious pieces that I've done, personal pieces that I've done. And I'm trying to knock it out the park and just keep pushing that bar, because I have VFX ideas and stuff that I want to have happening there. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to have no spoilers telling you about, what are her powers? Nah, I'm not going to share any of that. When you guys see it, you guys are going to be like, that's crazy. And here's the other thing. For those people who've been paying attention to what I said I like to talk in code. I like to create in code. I like to rap in code. Like everything. Like when there's one thing when I say one thing and you think that, did he mean another way? Chances are I meant it also another way. So when you watch this movie, probably the second time that you watch it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, oh snap, I didn't get that. You know, but yeah, it's gonna be quite the experience. So that's what I have. Again, let's see, we got another comment that script up. How long will the short be? The short is going to be 5 minutes, like, because I've already done a dry run taping of it, like using my cell phone, kind of like watching them kind of deliver their lines so that they can kind of have something to kind of play back on. That's another thing that I highly recommend that, you know, directors do, is to get with your actors, do a table read, and then do another where you're sitting with your actors and they're acting it through, and you just use your cell phone, put your cell phone up, record the whole thing, and then send it to them so you can kind of see, so they can see what they look like and they can work a little bit more, instead of it just being, you know, showing up on set and you're cold and it's like, I hope I did everything right. Like, no, go through and do a previs or pre-visuals. You know, pre-visuals are key. You could do a previs with your storyboards, draw everything out, throw it in a timeline, and then add the audio with it to see what it looks, you know, see what it sounds like, what it looks like, your timing, your beats, all that type of stuff. Make the movie before the movie is made. You know, that's my recommendation. Mia Rio, she is watching. Hey, before I address what she's asking here, she says, will there be any VFX on her outfit? I can't spoil that right now. And again, I know people are like, man, what do you mean you can't spoil it right now? Like, it's like any other superhero movie. Yes and no. I think this is going to be a little bit more exciting, because for a woman superhero, it's going to be special, especially when you kind of find out how the story is going to be. But Mia Rio, shameless plug. If you guys go to Spotify right now and type in Mia Rio, she just released a new song that is called Yeshua Master. And it is an amazing song. Like, it really, really is an amazing song. Go check out her music, but check out her latest release, Yeshua Masters. Go check that out. Mia Rio, thank you so much for tuning into the show. I actually had a chance to interview her a couple of weeks back, and a beautiful person inside and out, with a wonderful story and a wonderful song. This new release, I am praying it takes her far. And to the people that are watching, again, go check out her music, Mia Rio. All right, Jonathan Golden, he said 2 cameras set or 1. That's a good question. I originally said 1, and then I thought to myself I'll do a 2 camera setup, and then I went back to 1. But now I'm kind of going back to 2 because I am directing and I am also shooting it. I'm the DP, which is the director of photography. So I'm the director and the director of photography. But I may have another guy be there to be the second camera operator, so that I can go ahead and knock out, you know, the shots a lot quicker, you know. Because I do have the 2 cameras. I have like the lenses. I have everything that I need to be able to make it happen. And I want to be in and out. Like, I'm not trying to shoot all day. But at the same time, I want to make sure that what I'm seeing in the camera is exactly what I have envisioned. And I want to be a stickler. I'm not normally a stickler, but I think I want to be a stickler. I want to be a little harder on myself when it comes to this film. Like, I want to be right, so therefore I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I think with that type of attitude, I should be able to catapult myself to that next level of a filmmaking quality, you know, overall filmmaking quality, and make it happen. So any other questions before I jump off and let you all go? Matter of fact, before I leave, I'm gonna play the Cincinnati Improv one more time, and then I'll come back, and then we'll peace out. We'll peace out together.
Hey, I'm Vaslav. I run the Cincinnati Improv Arena in Evendale, Ohio. We have class every Wednesday night, and on July 30th, which is Friday night, we're having the Cincinnati Improv Arena Showcase Extravaganza, where 6 of the most talented actors you'll ever see will compete to become either king or queen of Cincinnati Improv. You can buy the tickets on eventbrite.com and just look up Cincinnati Improv Arena Showcase Extravaganza. The 6 actors included are Chris Gordy, Matt Steinman, Bernard Fields, Amber Galloway, Alicia Lee, and Jonathan Lee. Join us Friday, July 30th at the Bell Tower Arts Pavilion Theater in Evendale, Ohio at 3270 Glendale Mills Road. All right, enough about me. Let me leave it to you.
Hey, how you split up like this? It's not okay. Because I didn't before.
Sir,
What?
I just want to let you know, I do believe Black Lives Matter.
Oh,
Hey, COVID had us down for about a year and a half. Couldn't go anywhere. Get in your car, come to the theater, see a hilarious, funny show with 6 very talented actors. It's great for date night, it's great for a night out with friends. Bring your friends, bring your enemies, I don't care who you bring. Come out here to the show. I look forward to seeing you, and we're going to have a great time.
Hey, come on out, it's gonna be a great show.
Come on out, enjoy the show. Be a good time.
We can't do without you. Come out to the show.
Come on out to the show.
Yep. So again, that is next Friday. Hope to see you guys there. I have, let's see, Vaslav did put the link down in the description, in the comments, so you guys can go ahead and click on the event link. Again, it's $10, folks. I mean, like what would you do for $10 other than go out and have a good time with me and a few of my other friends? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like $10, like that's a whole meal going through a drive-through that you're just gonna eat, digest, and then release, and then be over with. This, on the other hand, spend $10, you're gonna go, you're going to consume a bunch of like craziness, you're never ever gonna forget it. You're gonna be like, that was a once in a lifetime opportunity that was just too awesome to pass up again, because it's gonna come around again, and just do it all over again. Bring your friends, your family, your enemies, whomever, just show up, please. And then Jonathan asked me which one do I like more, production or post-production? Great question. I would have to say I like pre-production, actually, to be honest. Like I like the writing of the ideas, coming up with the stories. Like I like that more than anything. And then I like the results. Like I don't have to necessarily be there throughout the whole process of it being done, but I am a producer at heart. So it's like I like to connect with people. I like knowing who can do what best and getting those people in position and making it happen. So I am really a producer at heart, and I kind of see that's my future. It's like I may direct here and there, I may edit here and there, but if somebody else can do a better job than me, then I would quickly take the back seat and I will do more producing. Let's see, Brian, he says I'm in there like swimwear. Thank you very much, Brian. Also, Brian is one of the foes. He's one of the people that are going to be doing some stunts, some acting in the short next weekend. So I'm looking forward to working with him. That's gonna be a lot of fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I said, I can't wait, man, because it's some stuff that's gonna happen in it to where my hope is that when you guys finish watching the film, or even as you're watching it, you're gonna be like, "Dag, like that was produced here, like here in Cincinnati, like there's talent." Like I ain't gonna say that I'm the most talented, because I'm not, but there are people that are in the city that are super talented that can really produce some great, crazy stuff. And I think it's just my duty to share my little bit of what I can do. All right, anybody else have a comment? Because if not, then I'm gonna bow out of here. If not, thank you guys very much for coming out to another episode of the Slanted Brow Show. I am Vernard Fields, 1/3 of the Slanted Brow crew. And until next time, you guys, remember next week, you will be at the same time, same place. And as my man here said, Jonathan Golden, take care.